welcome the technical officials for this session. The chief referee from Brazil, the left side referee from Malaysia, Nur-Sultan. The right side referee from Korea, technical controller from Italy, the president of the jury from Yemen, Mohammed Al-Kash. The members of the jury are from Colombia, Jenny Cardenas. From Japan, Hisako Yoshida. And from Malaysia, Rifan Anand. The technical delegate from Malaysia, Kamarusman Habib.
Third last day of competition here in Nur-Sultan, the capital of Kazakhstan, and we've got the men's 97 kg event coming up. We have got 3 groups in this, 28 in total, going for glory. So this is what we have between now and the end of the day. We are approaching 2 p.m. local time. Still 6 hours of action between now and the end of today. Neither of these two are in this, but that's how far we can go, and we've certainly been lucky in terms of world records so far. We've seen 4 world records broken, none in the men, but 4 in the women. We start off shortly with Raqad Hassan Ahmed of the United Arab Emirates, who starts off with 100. Group B in about an hour's time, Ahmed Shafiq, who has medalled internationally for the United States. Later on, we go to the really big weights. 6 golds for China so far. Yan and Kai Chao looking to improve on that. Maybe for Iran, Syed Hamad Saleh Poravanji can turn them over. Fabio Torres of Colombia going quite high as well, and Milenkovic of Serbia, Mohamed Ahmed of Egypt. Looks as if that could be very competitive as well, and who knows how high they can go. So we've got 28 who are going forward for this, and we have in the first group C, 9 going for weights from 100 to 180 kilos. We had a real thriller earlier in the women's 86 kg where we had, 3 Asian records in the end, 2 European records, and the world record went twice. Folashade Oluwafemiayo taking the glory for Nigeria. And we're not done yet, I'm sure about that. First up for the United Arab Emirates, based in Fujairah, right on the edge of Dubai, Rashid Hassan Ahmed. 6th in the Asian Games in Jakarta a year ago. Silver in the West Asian Games in 2017. $100 for Ahmed. And that's a good start, all 3. Giving him the votes. Our referees for the centre referee, Mohammed Al-Kash of Yemen. The side referees, Nursa Mohammed of Malaysia and Kwon Zini Kwon of Korea.
First step, representing India, please welcome Jaginder Singh.
Jaginder Singh of India coming up next, 143 in the opening round for him. 10th in the Asia Oceania Championships in Kitakyushu, 9th in this year's FASA World Cup in Dubai. Based in New Delhi, and he runs a gym, the Workout Wonders Gym, the man they call Bitu. $143 for Jaginder Singh. And 2 against, 1 for the chest and the press. So he misses out a 143.
Loaders, please load the bar to 148 kilos, rack height 14.
Unsuccessful on that occasion.
Kazuhito Sato.
So a couple to go from Japan now. First of all, we're going to see Kazuhito Sato, who we saw for the first time on the global stage in the Americas. The Americas Open, the Copa America in Bogota, 6th in that overall. Silver in the last 2 Japanese championships. He's a wheelchair marathoner as well, and based in Kobe with the Barbell Tomonaki Club. It's 148 for Sato to start off with to take the lead. That'll be good. 3 out of 3, 148 for Kazuhito Sato, and he is our early leader.
Loaders goes down the bar to 150 kilos, rack height 14.
Well, he's embedded down in Group C, but that's a very nice welcome start for him. So that's Sato, 148. And rocketing up on stage now, Makoto Majima. Well, what a career this man's had in terms of powerlifting. 20th of the last World Championships, 15th in last year Asia Oceania Championships. Started this in 2015 after helping Japan reach the final of the Para Ice Hockey in Vancouver in 2010. Silver in that, couple of World Championship semi-finals. Been with the Nagano Thunderbirds for years and years. On the Japanese powerlifting circuit this year, a gold and a silver. 7th in the Asian Games last year in Jakarta, after that 15th place in Kitakyushu. So far we've had 5 lifts and 4 of them have been good very early on in this competition.
Loaders, please load the bar to 151 kilos, rack height.
So now for Argentina, Lucas Ezekiel Gareca will be making his way on. 151 for the advantage for Goreka. That's going to go against them. It was the two side referees who voted him down. So no joy for him either. So now for Turkmenistan, Bayram Saparov from Balkanabad. It's regular coach, Takir Shirakanov. Wasn't in the last World Championships in Mexico City, wasn't the previous one in Dubai, he was 21st in that. No mark though in the Asian Games last year. Previously had finished 7th in it. Ninth in the European Open in 2015 in Ega. Eighth in the FASA World Cup this year. Wasn't in the Asia Oceania Championships either. $170 for the lead for Saparov. And that's good, all three in his favor. 170, he clears. Nice lift, and he is our new leader. Bronze in the Para Panams in Toronto 4 years ago for Chile. Here comes Frank Feliu. Didn't register a mark in the last World Championships. 8th in Bergsamir at the European Open last year. Came along actually to Kitakyushu as well for the Asia Oceania Open Championships, was 10th in that. Bronze in the Americas last year, the Copa America. Man who will be expected to be there or thereabouts of the medals again in Lima next month for the Para Panams. .173, but he's missed out across the board, and they're all for different things. Chest, press, body control. Frank Feliu will have to come back. South American Games champion in 2014. He's still the reigning champion and was due to be on last year, but knocked back in the calendar a little bit. No mark in the last World Championships, so that's something to be avoided this time, and he was 16th previously in 2014. According to the referees, a multitude of sins here. Patrick Dangers now for the Netherlands, last to go. In the opening round of Group C. Dangers going for 180. Medals in 2 of the last 3 European Championships. Silver in Berkshire last year. Go with his medal from 2013. Didn't get that. They all went against him on the press, so he misses out at 180. We've had 5 good lifts and 4 no lifts in the opening round then.
Loaders, please load the bar to 151 kilos, rack height 13.
So we return to round 1, which was a bit unexpected, and Lucas Gareka, who missed out 151 in the opening round, he's going to lift it again. There's been some sort of technical error, which has to be ironed out, and the best way of doing that is making him do it again. So here he comes again. Lucas Gareka 151, and this would put him into 2nd place, above Majima and Vannon and behind Saparov. So this to get him on the board, Gareka, and he has 2 out of 1. So that is a good lift for him. And that puts him quite high up into 2nd place. So that has him well established. High up the board. Gareka, the South American silver medalist from 2014. So Saparov leads, Gareka in second place, Mujiba Vanan on 150. Second round lift coming then for Rashid Hassan Ahmed as he goes for 120, having cleared 100 in the opening round. The bigger weights, bigger jumps too. This would keep him in sixth though. So 120 for Ahmed. Two against. That seemed unusually interrupted. He still got one from our side referee in the left, but the other two didn't like the chest section. So two and against. The return then of Joginder Singh of India. .148, his second round target. I can tell you that Rashid Hassan Ahmed is now going to retire. He's not going to lift again in the competition after missing 120 there. Definitely looked as if something had gone wrong during that. And this would put him alongside Sato, and he will go fifth, ahead of Sato in the head-to-head. So 148. That's a good lift, 2 out of 3. And Singh does indeed leap up into fifth. Hey, party time. Excellent. A reminder then that Rashid Hassan Ahmed of the United Arab Emirates has withdrawn and we won't see him again. He got 100. Hey, Joginder Singh clears that at 148. As we return to Singapore, Kalai Vanan going for 155. Been a bronze medalist in the Southeast Asian Games. That was in 2015 when they were held in Singapore, off to Philippines in January for the next edition. Best global finish, only global finish, 19th of the World Championships last time out in Mexico City. $155. Got it raised in the end, but there's no lift for him there. Took too long. 150 he remains on.
Please load the bar to 156 kilos, rack height 14. Representing Japan, please welcome
The return now of Kazuhito Sato of Japan, who cleared 148 in round one, going for 156 here. Silver in the last two Japanese championships. His regular coach, Takayoshi Okamoto. On stage with him, Susuno Ishida. $156, real battle to get it all the way up and unsuccessful in that, so 148 he remains on.
loaders. Please load the bar to 158 kilos, rack height 40.
Yeah, real struggle, unfortunately, on the way up, so that was that on this occasion. Good belt, though, he gave it. Makoto Mijima now for Japan, 158, being sought by him. And 158 his target here. $158 and a real battle again to get it up there, which he did, but took quite a while, and as a result, he is denied. So only one successful lift so far from Jaginder Singh. We go to amazing lengths at times, don't we? And another decent effort by Majima. But again, the time in succeeding to get it up is what did from there. Argentina now, Lucas Gareca. 151 he missed in the opening round. This for 160. The South America's silver medalist from 2014, 8th in the last Pan Ams, 5th in the last 2 America's Championships, including last year, the man from Mar del Plata, Lucas Gareca. $160. Didn't waste any time on the bench at all because he's got that 2-1 in his favour, 160, and he rockets up the standings to second place behind Bayram Saparov of Turkmenistan. Quality. Next to go then, Frank Feliu of Chile. Bronze in the last Pan Ams in Toronto and last December in Bogota, the Copa America, the America's Championship. And he was 10th in Kitakyushu. I'm impressed that Chile sent such a big team there for the Asia Oceania Open Championships. $173 to get on the board. He missed it last time, you remember. And they've all gone against him again. 2 on the side for the press. Centre referee for the body control. 2 goes at 173 and both miss so far. And the heaviest lift of round 2, Bayram Saparov, 175. He's our leader with his 170 in round 1. $175 then. Turkmenistan, who hosted the Asian Indoor Games a couple of years ago, and they're just to the southwest of this nation. 175 for Saparov. Oh yes, 3 out of 3. That's absolutely superb lifting. Saparov clears 175. The man from Balkanabat in Western Turkmenistan. Excellent clearance. And he continues his superb run. From near the coast in Turkmenistan, they could almost wave across to Baku. Patrick Dankers missed out in the first round on 180, going again for that for the Netherlands. The man who, every time he comes out, we just have to rate how impressed he is that he basically runs a telco in the Netherlands, the fiber optic network in, I think it's 6 cities, the Equest. Lives in Helmond, which is not a province. European silver last year in Bergsamere, bronze in 2013, 4th in 2015. Won in the FASA World Cup 2 years ago in Dubai. Quality all the way then, this man. .180, this to take the lead. That's what he's done. Good quality from Patrick Dankers, our new leader for the Netherlands. I think all 3 in his favour there as well. Sets the standard. Dankers on 180. That's what he was looking to do first time. And this time he has. So Dankers leads 180, Saparov 175, Goreka 160 ahead of Majima and Van in this Group C. As we go into the final rounds. For Singapore, Kalai Vanant going again at 155. .155 is final round target. Another big target coming with the Southeast Asian ASEAN Para Games. That'll be in January. Slowly does it, won't get it. Only 2-1 against, mind you. Took a while. Actually, almost got given that. Kept on moving up, but denied 2-1. 156 for Sato then, his final attempt in the competition. Missed 156 in the previous round. 148 has him in 7th place. It's 156. Sato at 156, and it's like in the last round, a real struggle to get it up, and might have gone in a kilo or two above what was capable today. 148 is what he ends up with, and that sees him in 7th position. The effort to put it up. And then unsuccessful. Makoto Majima now got 150 in the opening round, but missed 158 in similar circumstances. .158 will keep him in 4th, but would add 8 to his previously best tally. .158 from Majima. Well, he beat the weight by getting it up, but it was the way he did it, the time it took. Voted down by them all. Same as last time. Identical lift, really. 150 is where he checks out. He's in a chipper mood. Like last time, just halting in the way up, and he did get it lifted fully eventually. But not in the way that the referees like. India now, as you can tell, Jaginder Singh. He's going for 162. He's adding 14 to the bar. He's in a good mood after last time. 162 for Singh, and this to send him up into thirds. Way too much on the bar for him on this occasion, unfortunately, so he's denied at 162. Checks out at 148. Great mood all the same. 148 is cleared, and that has him right now in sixth position for India. Lucas Gareka has cleared 151 and 160 so far, and going for 165 now. .165 for Gareka. He would stay in third, but I'm going to try and add an extra 5 on here. Very quick. It all ended for him. So 160. That's where he wraps up. Coach justifiably proud. He's gone through 2 rounds here. Third one was just beyond his capability today. So Frank Feliu needs this, having missed out in the previous 2 rounds, in danger of being wiped out. And that at 173 is good. Finally! 2 out of 3 in his favour, and he is on the board. Everybody's on the board now, and Feliu goes up into third position. What he was wanting to do in the first place. And he's made it happen. Bit of joy finally for the Chilean. He was the last man to get onto the board. He's actually the first man to get a successful lift in this last round. Including the withdrawn Rashid Ahmed, the first of 7. We've got 2 lifters to go. Bayram Saparov of Turkmenistan has cleared 170 and 175. This going for 180. To wrap up his competition. 180 for Saparov to leap from second to first to match Dankers and to overtaking the head-to-head by around 2 kilos. And he's got that raised, and that's going to be 3 white lights for Saparov. That was excellent. 180 he clocks off at. He's in the lead for now. 1 more lift to go. Saparov, that was a tremendous job.
Representing the Netherlands, please welcome back to the Dankers.
So Patrice Dankers to round it off for the Netherlands. A couple of goes at 180, got the second one going for 185 now. Patrick Dankers. .185 for Dankers, and he's been voted down 2-1. Side referee in the left gave the thumbs up, but the other two did not, so he bows out at 180. He's had a decent run of it, second best in the group. Nobody lifted more than him. Saparov on top though on the count back.
Representing Ukraine, please welcome Yuri Kuplianov.
So this is the situation. Saparov and Dankers on 180, Fellow 173, Goreka 160, the top 4. Yuri Kuprianov of Ukraine, starting at 175, originally was pitching himself at 180. That happened very swiftly, and it's gone against him 2-1. Left side referee happy, right side knocked him down in the chest, and the centre referee for the bar control. Ahmed Shafiq of the United States. Silver and bronze in the last 2 America's Championships, 4th in the Pan Ams in Toronto. Best global result, 7th in the Paralympic Games. Baghdad born. Moved almost 20 years ago, lives in Tucson, Arizona. US Army translator now and lifting in the blood. His dad Abdul was a weightlifter for the Iraqi national team. On with coach Mary Hodge here. How far, how high can Shafi go here? 180 for Ahmed Shafiq, and he's got it. 3 out of 3. He leads. Slots in alongside Saparov and Dankers. And would you believe, I've never seen this happen before, but maybe it is precedented. Ahmed Shafiq, 180. Behram Saparov, 180, are our joint leaders as they are both registered with the same body weight. At weigh-in, to the gram, they're our joint leaders. Patrick Dankers in third, also on 180 for the Netherlands. Is coming on now for Indonesia, Maji Priambodo, 185 he's going for. European Open silver in Bergsamere, which is quite something. He's won silver in the last 2 Southeast Asian Games. 5th in the Asian Games full stop last year in Jakarta, and 7th in the Continental Championships, the Asia Oceania Championships in, well, you know where. Works for the Ministry for Youth and Sports Affairs. Club is Central Java. .185 for the outright lead, and he's got it. 2-1 in his favour. Super. Now for Venezuela, Robert Irigoyen. Finished 6th in the Copa America last year. He'd been a silver medalist in 2015 in Mexico City. He is still the South American Games reigning champion. Probably is the Southeast champion too in Venezuela. Irigoyen. Based in Maracay. Regular coaches, Jan Sequeira and Jorge Vélez. And at 190, that's 2 and now 3 that have gone against, and all on the press, and 2 also of the 3 for the chest. So no success for him. Igor Shmorgun, representing Russia, who've had a really good week here on their major championship return. Born and raised in Moscow, 9th in the open competition of the Europeans in Eger, but taking out the overseas results in the European Championships, properly finished 5th, and that is the only major championship he's had in his career prior to this, the 35-year-old. He was only 2 kilos off the medals there behind Rafik Arabat of France. He's also a doctor. His regular coach is Kirill Felengov. 196 for the lead for Schmorgen. Two against the two side referees for the press, but the center referee was happy with it. Schmorgen misses out, and Andrei Samovic, his teammate, doesn't start, so we won't be seeing him. 2-1 against Schmorgen, who originally was looking at 202, but went for 196 instead. 2-1 against him. Nur-Sultan Babajanov for Azerbaijan. Thirteenth in the last World Championships, but what a performance he put in Berg-sur-Mer last year at the Europeans when he finished in the bronze medal position behind the silver medal of Dunkis. .197 in Burke, 198 here. His regular coaches are Ilkar Ibishov and Natig Aliyev. 198, Babajanov. Nope, all three going against.
Loaded Queensland Kabbalah to 210 kilos, rack height 15.
So that's his first miss of the competition at 198. So next to go now for I think it's Nigeria, yes. Abdulaziz Ibrahim going for 210. And he's going for 210. Originally he was pitching himself at 200. The reigning Commonwealth Games champion and world champion in 2014. World champion in the last World Championship he competed in. So 2:10 for Ibrahim. 2-1 against. Right side referee giving it the other 2 knots. So Ibrahim, who's had some successes in his time, misses out for the moment.
Representing Iraq, please welcome Ali.
And Tahir Al-Ali to wrap up for Iraq in this opening round. Two on three in this opening round to hit the front. Paralympic bronze, world bronze, Asian bronze last year, and European Open gold in 2013. He's done it all. Gunning for the podium in Tokyo. 213. 4th in the FASA World Cup this year. As he looks to send it up, and he has successfully. 2-1 in his favour. He is our new leader. 213. Good solid lift by Tahir Al-Ali of Iraq. That's the situation. Al-Akhli leading, 213. Priambodo, second for Indonesia, 185. Saparov, third at the moment for Turkmenistan, along with Ahmed Shafiq and Patrick Dankes. So we start again with Ural Kuprianov of Ukraine. Going for 180. And 2-1 in his favour. It was the lift from the left side referee. That was the only thumbs down, but he's okay. 7th overall in the last 2 European Open Championships and 11th last time out in the Worlds. So the return of Ahmed Shafiq, the wonderful bronze medalist in the Americas last year. Oh, I love it. I love it. The 18 were military men as well once upon a time. .185 to go second. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, call Ahmed Shafiq. 185 up into second behind Tara Laghiyar, runaway leader. Excellent lift. So now, Irigoyen of Venezuela next to go. The reigning South American Games champion, the America's silver medalist. Going here for 190, and this would put him into second position, but doesn't get it. No lift for him there. So denied at 180, and it is second position for him. Continuing round two, and we join at Maji Priambodo of Indonesia, 185 in the opening round, and this is for 193. He would jump from third to second. Priambodo, 185, very successful with that last time out. .193 for Priambodo. And that's 2 against, 1-4, both for the chest for the Southeast Asian Games and European Open silver medalist.
If you have a flash on your camera or device,
Well, it's been a mixed bag so far. 2 successful lifts in this second round and 2 which were not. Not sure why it's just the one angle we're getting at the moment, and that's been the case for the last 10 minutes because all the cameramen are still here, but we'll try and investigate that for you. So Igor Shmorgan going now, 196 for him. Missed out at this in the previous round. For the Muscovites, with his long-standing coaches Kirill Flegantov. So 196, second attempt for Shmorgun. 2 for and 1 against, that's good. The one against him was the opposite view you're getting, the left side referee with the press. So Shmorgun gets on the board. And he goes into second place. So returning for Azerbaijan now is Nurlan Babajanov. The 27-year-old from the city of Ganja. .98 in the previous round, going here. The medalist from last year, brilliant achievement in the northeast of France. And at 198, it's
Loader, 220 kilos, rack height 16. Second attempt, representing Iran, please welcome Naim Alali. Loaders, please load the bar to 220 kilos. Well, 950. Second attempt, representing Nigeria, please welcome Abdulaziz Ibrahim. Third attempt, representing Ukraine, please welcome Yuri Kuprianov. No later. Loaders, please load the bar to 190 kilos, rack height 13. Third attempt, representing Venezuela, please welcome Robert Yerigolian.
Irigoyen then 190 in the final round. Big struggle. So voted down by them all. No lift for Irigoyen. And unfortunately, he is wiped out. Doesn't register a mark.
Loaders, please load the bar to 190 kilos. Rack height 50.
Real problem for him. So next to go for the United States. I hope he comes out to the theme from MacGyver this time. Ahmed Shafiq. This is for 190. If you don't recognize that track, and I don't blame you, Rick Derringer, real American. And here is one. For a clean sweep, he's got 180, 185, this 190. There's real strength as well, and he's got all three white lights in his favor. He's got all three lifts for the United States. Ahmed Shafiq, 190. Way to go. Well, you know, the Para Pan Ams, Lima, just a month away. He's a candidate. He's a big candidate. He's had a terrific competition here. He goes into 5th place. Lifters have, in a lot of situations this week, had the opportunity of choosing their walkout music. Some very good choices there, I must say, from our American lifter. For Indonesia here, here's a Majadi Priambodo. 185 he cleared in the first round, missed 193 in the next. Man who's got silvers in the last two ASEAN Southeast Asian Games. .193 to put him into 5th place. Oh, he's got it as well. 2-1 in his favor. Priambodo is really beginning to heat up now. 193 he wraps up on. We've got 4 to go, and we go over 200 from here on in. And obviously, in the case of Ibrahim and Ali, we already have. So for Russia again, Igor Shmorgun. 2:02. This to go into the bronze medal position in what is belatedly his first World Championships. .202. That's not going to work. Went in too high, that occasion at least. So 196 he ends with, and that for now is fourth. It would have been third for him otherwise. It's turned out to be a really good competition for Nur-Sultan Babajanov. He's had a really good competition to date, and that's the truth. This for 2:03 to stay third. .203. Uh-oh. Doesn't get that. Just too much. But we're going to have two immense attempts shortly. Two to go. Big, big weights coming. 225 it is. This is only 9 off the Asian record. Tahir El Ali going for Iraq. So 225, this would be the lead, but we're going to see another 225 in a few moments. Missed 2:20 in round 2. Got 2:13 in the first round. This to leap into the lead. That took a while to get there. He's got one white light, but the other two are red. And both on that press, obviously. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Right now, as it stands, if he'd got that, that would be beyond everything being attempted in the opening round in Group A. Same for the next lift we're going to see from Ibrahim. Love a bit of gusto, and these two men are going for it. And he gave that a really good whack, but just couldn't quite get it raised. So finishes on 2-1-3. That could be a high finish for him anyway, depending what happens later on. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, 2-2-5. If he gets this, it looks like he'll be leading going into round 2 at least of Group A. So just a pity that we didn't see that from Tahir Al-Ali as well. To do 5, Abdulaziz Ibrahim. That's a strong lift. Is it a good one? No, unfortunately it isn't. 2 against him on the press. 1 successful, and Ibrahim misses out 2-1, but it's still 2:20. He is going to be in the lead for a long time. Remarkably. It was just the press and the press alone that he was voted down for. Well, if those 2 lifts of 2-2-5 had been successful, that really would have been something in terms of what we're going to see coming up in Group A. As it is, Ibrahim cleared 2:20, Tahir Al-Ali 2:13, Babajanov 1:98.
Please welcome Al-Junaidi.
Mutaz Al-Junaidi of Jordan. World champion with a world record in Dubai in 2014. Asian Games silver in 2014. Paralympic bronze in 2008. Those his best global results. A world gold and silver in the first 2 championships of this decade. So 2:10 for Al-Junaidi to go into the bronze medal position straight away, and he's just gone and done it. Just like that. Just like that. How capable Ibrahim and Al Ali still will be the top of the pile for quite a bit. But as it is, already they've been joined in the top 3 by Mutaz Al-Junaidi. The United Arab Emirates, Mohamed Khalaf. The reigning Paralympic champion. His second crown, having previously been top of the pile in Athens. But in the World Championships, 2 silvers, 2010, 2017, a bronze in 2002. Silvers in the Asian Games and the Asia-Oceania Championships a year ago. 210 then, from Mohamed Khalaf. Is that good? No, 2 against for the press, and the other one belatedly went in his favour, but that's no good. So Milinkovic, we will see shortly, and Young Ji Kai. But for now, the first miss in this group from Mohamed Khalaf. The Paralympic silver medalist coming now, Mohamed Ahmed, and reigning African Games champion from 4 years ago in Brazzaville. That was when it was an IPC competition alongside the able-bodied All-Africa Games, but there'll be a separate All-Africa Para Games next January in Rabat. To 11 to go into the bronze medal position. Mohamed Ahmed of Egypt, the reigning Paralympic silver medalist. To 11, and that's good. 2-1. Mohamed Ahmed gets it. 2-11 he was looking at originally. Gets it. 1 vote down, but that's not important.
Representing Malaysia, please welcome Young Yi Ki.
As this opening round continues, we go to Malaysia and Young Yi Ki. The reigning Southeast Asian Games champion for the last 2 competitions. Prior to that, it gets a bit hazy. Commonwealth Games, silver and bronze the last 2 championships. Silver in Gold Coast last year, bronze in Glasgow, 6th in the last World Championships in And Mexico City, 7th in Rio in the Paralympic Games. Hairdresser in Kuala Lumpur. They stage a lot of powerlifting competitions. That's actually good to know. 4th in the Asia Oceania Championships last year in Kitakyushu, where we couldn't find a good one. So Jong Yi Ki from Malaysia, 215. So 215, he has got from both on the side, and that's all he needs. And the third one comes in now. It's a good lift for him. He left himself a lot of time on the bench. He 24 seconds remaining, but he gets that anyway. 3 out of 3. Chest was fine. And Zhong hits the front in terms of Group A, but he's still behind Ibrahim, goes into the silver medal position. Petar Milenkovic of Serbia, the European champion. Silver in this year's EGO World Cup in Hungary in April, based in Belgrade. We also see him in para-athletics in the shots. Two and 6 to go into the silver medal position for Milenkovic. Don't need to add anything to that. He's got it. 2-1. Side referee on the right, not happy with the chest, but everything else perfectly sweet, and he goes into silver. So Ibrahim leading 220. And will do after this lift as well. Milenkovic goes second, 2-6, and Jong Yi Ki of Malaysia in third, 2-5. No records being attempted in this round, but there will be a few. I think we can be guaranteed that. Of course, it's the lifter from Colombia, Fabio Torres, 220. The America's champion from last year in Bogota, silver in Mexico City in 2015, silver in the Pan Ams in Toronto that same year. World Championship bronze in Mexico City also. And the Rio World Cup champion. The Rio Centro, January 2016. So Torres, 220. This will be second place. He would join Ibrahim on 220. Nigerian would have the advantage over him in the head-to-head, and that's what's happened. He goes into second place, Torres. with that. 2 out of 3 in his favour. The chest from the centre referee, the only thing he was voted down on, so all good.
Loaders, please load the bar to 222 kilos, rack height 13.
Goes into the medals. Abdulaziz Ibrahim of Nigeria is still in front.
First attempt, representing China, please welcome Chai.
So now for China. Kai Chuao, 222, and this would be for the lead. The Paralympic champion from 2008. The 14th at the last World Championship, 4th in Rio in the Paralympic Games. Silver in the Asia-Oceania Championships last year. Based in Shanghai, his coach is Sun Xiaogang. And this is 222, and this could be the moment where Abdulaziz Ibrahim loses the lead. And that's exactly what's happened. Kai Xiao of China goes into the gold medal position. 222. All 3 in his favor. And he goes top of the pile ahead of Ibrahim, and Fabio Torres is in 3rd. That's where he is, but for how long? There's a man who may be in a prime position to knock him out of top spot right now, and it's his teammate, Yan Pan Pan. Again going for 222, but would have the advantage over him in the head-to-head by 200 grams in the body weights. The Asia-Oceania bronze medalist in Kitakyushu. Lives in Kangshu in Hebei province, and again he's coached by Sun Xiaogang. Actually hard for us to tell if it's been Sun who's been on stage for both of them. But he coaches both of them on a long-term basis, and that's all you need to know. Yan, Pan Pan, all the 2s. This to go to the gold medal position. Nope, all against him on the press. Doesn't get it. Struggled on that. Yan Pan Pan with major difficulties in getting it all the way up cleanly. And as a result, he doesn't get that.
First attempt, representing Iran, please welcome Sheikh Ahmed Solipour-Awanji.
So now, the heaviest lift comes from the Asian record holder, and he is only 9 kilos off his record going into this. For Iran, Syed Hamed Solipour-Awanji. 225. For the reigning Asian Games, Asia-Oceania champion. No mark in Rio. Silver in the last 2 World Championships. So he's going in high. .225 to try and take control of this competition. He went in at 225 in Rio and missed. Went for the same weight 3 times if he had got any of them, and this is at 88 kilos, the lower weight division than this, he would have won gold in Rio. 225 for Solipora Vanji. 225 he missed out. 3 times on in Rio, but he gets it in Nur-Sultan. 225, and he leads in the gold medal position by 3 from Kai Hu Chao.
What a good first round, just 2 no limits. Oh, what an afternoon, no matter the night. We've already had one great contest. We are in for another. Buckle yourselves in. Here comes
Tremendous lift by Solipora Vanji for Iran.
rack height 15. Second attempt, representing Egypt. Please welcome Mohammed.
So that's the end of round 1, into round 2, and Mohammed Ahmed of Egypt comes out. Cleared 211 in the opening round, this for 216. To see him jump from 8th to 5th. That's the situation across the board. Jan yet to record a mark. In this Group A, Kalaf and Jan Pan have missed out. The rest have all lifted. 7 out of 9 successes. Mohammed Ahmed 2-1 in the previous round, 2-16 here, and this to see him go into 5th place. He's got ambitions of a medal too. The Paralympic silver medalist in Rio. For 2-6, he's going to be giving it. All 3 lights are up. Mohammed Ahmed lifted 233 in Rio, but that was at 107. And that was the silver medal behind Pavlos Mamolos. He's got a prospect here, definitely. He goes into 5th place. And right now he's 4 kilos off the medals. Abdulaziz Ibrahim is still there in the bronze medal spot from Group B at 220. And if he got 225, he'd be leading right now, still. Would have been quite something if he and Al Ali from Group B had managed to get those 2 tremendous weights in. And then, how interesting, even more so, it would be here. Ahmed cleared 216. Here's Mutaz Al-Junaidi of Jordan, 217. The world champion from Dubai with that world record, but agonizingly no mark in the 2017 Worlds in Mexico City. Two and 7, Al-Junaidi's absolutely stormed it, 3 out of 3. So he goes up into 5th spot. Tremendous. He's got big chances of a medal as well, he's only 3 away. Fabulous, just great to see. On we go to Mohamed Khalaf for the United Arab Emirates, going for 220, and if he gets this, it's the end of Abdulaziz Ibrahim of Nigeria in the medals. This for 220 to match him, but he would overtake him by about 2 kilos in the body weight. .220 for Khalaf to go into the bronze medal position for the UAE early in round 2. Awkward, yeah, didn't get it fully extended, so that's problems for him, for Khalaf. And remember, he missed 210 in the first round, going for 220 there, and he is in danger of being wiped out as a result. Well, you could just see it halting in the way up from around 3/4 way. And as a result, he is in big danger of being wiped out and a good chance of realistically missing out on a medal. Going for a new European record, Petar Milenkovic of Serbia, looking to go into the silver medal position behind Solipor Avanaji and set a new European record that has lasted since the FASA World Cup in Dubai in 2016 for Ukraine's Anton Kryukov. .222 this is. Milenkovic, 222 for a new European record to go into the silver medal position. And they've all gone against him for varying reasons. The two side referees for the chest and our centre referee. Academic anyway, because he's wiped out by the other two. The centre referee said it was actually the bar control. Something to be sorted out for the final round. Yan Pan of China, who missed out in the first round on 222, this to go into the silver medal position. 6th in the last World Championships, bronze in the Asia-Oceania Championships. This to put him into the silver medal position. Looks better than the first one. He's been given it. He has been given it. He goes into the silver medal position for China. All the twos. And that's the end of Abdulaziz Ibrahim in the medals. He falls to 4th. Yan in 2nd place. Solih Pouravangi is our leader for Iran. Proper lift that was. So on we go. Zhong Yi Qi for Malaysia, 2-2-3. This to leap from 9th to 2nd. Southeast Asian Games champion. 6th his best ever global result in Mexico City 2 years ago. He's been 7th in Rio, 9th in Dubai in 2014. Continental-wise, his results have obviously been terrific. Still plenty of time for this 2-2-3. Zhong, 2-2-3. That went quite ragged right at the end. The referee's control lit up like a Christmas tree. They've all knocked him down in practically everything apart from the body sequence. Didn't get it. Ended up going back into the rack. So he misses out. It was a properly brave effort. He stays 9th, 2-5. 2-2-3 was just beyond him. It would have been 2nd place. That's when it starts. Whoa, going way back, and that's the end of the lift for him. Just lost a bit of control over that stage. We still have 3 lifts to go in this middle round of the 3. That's the situation as Fabio Torres is set to come out for 2-2-5 for Colombia. The America's champion, hosted by Henry Oviedo. The Colombian army man, based in Bogota, where he won gold in his home city last December. World bronze 2 years ago. Two to 5 to match Solih Pouravangi. But the Iranian would have the nod by half a kilo in the head-to-head in terms of body weight. So this to go 2nd into the silver medal position. To do 5 to go 2nd and to give himself a great chance of a medal here. He's trying to put it on the way up, but as a result he'll be knocked back for it by them all, and actually by them all in the chest. but he didn't get the lift up cleanly anyway. Quite a few misses, 4 so far in this second round and only 3 successful. Ready to put the jets on for China, Kai-Hu Chao, 227. Seven for the Beijing 2018 Paralympic champion. Oh, that's gone astray, and a lot of them have they reached their limit. 227 for Kai-Hu Chao. Doesn't get that, stays on 222. He's still in the bronze medal position. Yan Pan Pao in silver. So the last 4 lifts, last 5 lifts actually, have all been missed. Yan Pan Pao going up to second, Kai in third. Solly Poravajani is our leader. Disappointment for Kai. Obviously 2008, Beijing's big year. It was for him as well. He was Paralympic champion. It's tailor-made for Solly Poravajani now. If he gets this, he goes way clear by 8 kilos, 230. And he'd be 4 kilos off his Asian record. Our leader on 225, and this put him into the lead. He's never won a global gold before. Remember, he came in rather high in Rio and he didn't register a mark. Had he got one of those lifts, he would have won. 230. Give him a massive opportunity of taking the gold. He's got it up there. He has got it. Solly Poravajani, 230. He leads by 8 for Iran. It's going right for him and wrong for everyone else. He's well clear. $230. And that was just so impressive. He leads by 8. Yan Pan Pao in second place on 222. That's the situation. Solly Poravajani, 230. Yan Pan Pao, silver medal position, 222, along with Kai-Hu Chao. Abdulaziz Ibrahim stuck around for so long, but he's now 4th. And if he got that 225, well, he'd still be 2nd. A lot to like in pages 2 and 3 as well. Into the final round then, Mohamed Khalaf for the United Arab Emirates. And this to avoid being wiped out, going for 220, and that would still be 4th. if he went for 2-2-2, where the two Chinese lifters are, then he would go into the silver medal position. 220 was a tough nut for him to crack last time. Into the final round then. $220 for Mohammed Khalaf, the United Arab Emirates. Paralympic champion. Yes! Finally, he's there, he's on the board. It took a long time, and he goes fourth out of nowhere. Spectacular. Struggling so much in the competition, particularly with that most recent lift in round 2 of 220. But he has made it there into a prime spot. Excellent lift. So at the moment, 222 is silver and bronze. And from here on in, there are medal attempts. 8 of the 9 are going for medals here. Peter Milinkovic of Serbia, first to go. The European champion, aiming to break the 3-year-old European record of Anton Kryakov. .223, new European record to go into the silver medal position. He's making it happen. Will they give it to him? Yes, they will! And a new European record for Peter Milinkovic. 223 goes to the silver. What a magnificent lift! 5th his best result previously at the World Championships. But he goes into the silver medal mark now. Oh yes. But will he stay there? Everything from here on in is an assault on the medals, and this is for bronze. .223. Chong Yi Ki of Malaysia. Now if he gets this, goes alongside Milinkovic on that mark. Milinkovic has the nod over him in body weight, by 1/4 kilo lighter. So this is for bronze. He is the 6th last to lift. Chong of Malaysia. Commonwealth Games silver and bronze, Southeast Asian Games gold. .223. Chong Pushing it strongly. Has he got it? All three against him on the press. He gave it a valiant effort. The anguish says everything you need to know about that. 2-1-5 instead, and Zhong is down and finishes in 10th. Some serious efforts coming here. The latest from Zhong Yiki. Mohamed Ahmed of Egypt now, 2-1-1, 2-1-6. He's been successful with this for 2-2-3. And this to put him into the silver medal position. He would have the nod over Milinkovic in the head-to-head. He's seen the opening, the Paralympic silver medalist and reigning African Games champion, the man from Gambia. This would put him into second, currently. Soli Puravajani leads. Milinkovic second. Yan Pan third. Kai Wishao out to the medals. Those four still to lift in this final round. Mohamed Ahmed, 2-2-3. This to go into second position. He's given it a solid push. He's got it up there, but it's 2-1 against. He was close to it. Left side, referee giving it against him in the press. The right side for the chest. Centre referee happy, but it wasn't enough. These are valiant efforts, definitely. Ahmed giving it a really solid shot, but 2-1-6 he ends on, and that's 9th. Technical challenge has been requested by his team. It was only 2 and against. 2-2-3 for Ahmed, that was. There's the technical challenge. We'll keep you updated. Fabio Torres up now, 2-2-5. If he gets this, he goes second outright. That has been rejected. Technical challenge rejected. For the press sequence has been rejected. So Fabio Torres comes now. Missed it, 2-2-5, going for it again. This to put him into the silver medal position where Milinkovic currently is, with Yan Pan in third. Torres for silver. Currently on 220 and in 6th place. It's a good looking lift. Is it a good lift? Yes! Torres goes into the silver medal position for Colombia. Milenkovic knocked to bronze. Massive, massive effort with 4 to go. Two in his favor.
Representing Jordan, please welcome Al-Junaidi.
Fantastic for Colombia. A truly terrific lift. Fabio Torres goes into the silver medal position. He's been a world bronze medalist previously. No mark in the Paralympic Games in Rio. Here comes Mutaz Al-Junaidi of Jordan, 2:10, 2:17. This to go third. Torres would have the nod over him in the head-to-head in body weight by 60 grams. Yan and Kai of China are both out of the medals right now. Al-Junaidi, 2:25. This to go third, bronze medal position. The world champion in 2014. He went in much lower in the last World Championships in 2017 than he did here, and he didn't get a mark. 7th in the Paralympic Games in Rio. Bronze in 2008. This for bronze. Has he got it up there? Oh my word, he has! He's gone into the bronze medal position at the right time, and he's got all 3 lifts correct. Al-Junaidi, he's third, 2:25. What an exceptional competition in this final round. Al-Junaidi strikes at the right time. Fabio Torres silver. Soli Poravangi the gold for now. But Al-Junaidi goes third with 3 lifts left. Milenkovic falls out of the medals. He goes 4th despite the European record. And that lift, tremendous. All 3 going for Al-Junaidi. For China, Kai Hu Chao, 2:27. This to go into the silver medal position above Fabio Torres of Colombia. Paralympic Games champion in Beijing, silver in London, 4th in Rio. Missed his last lift in Rio. That would have seen him overtake. Can he overtake here? 1 red light. Now 2, now 3, and Kai Hu Chao doesn't get there. Needed a little bit more. Ends on 222, and Kai finishes in 6th position. Khalaf ends 7th, and Abdulaziz Ibrahim, our long-time leader, 8th. From the lift, halting, got there eventually, but only eventually. So, Yan Pan Pan is in 5th. This for silver. Jan Pan, who previously has won Asia Oceania bronze. 6th in the last World Championships. This for his first global medal in his second global championships. 227, be silver. 3 onto the bar would have been a shot at gold, but he's not going for that. Silver instead for Jan. And he's the man! Jan Pan wins silver for China. Fabio Torres the bronze, and Al Junaidi drops to 4th. Superb lift by Jan, and he wins the world silver. Milenkovic, despite the European record, falls to 5th, and he's had a great championship. And this was a great lift by Jan. A new Asian record. And a brilliant clearance at 227. Fabulous lift it was by Jan. Here is our world champion. Nobody's wanted to challenge him for the title. Jan went to 227. Quick correction, this is for the Asian record from a world champion, Syed Hamid Soliporavanji of Iran. His first global title, world champion for the first time after those 2 silver medals. The reigning Asian Games and Asia Oceania champion is now world champion too. It's his Asian record set in winning the Asian Para Games in Jakarta a year ago. So this for 235 for a new Asian record. He owns it. World champion now too. 235 for the Asian record. Gold in the back pocket. He's got it raised. And the Asian record has been broken. But the man who held it won't be disappointed because he's the man in your shot. The world champion, Syed Hamid Soliporavanji. Marvelous. The best result of his career, and he has world gold to go with the silvers from the last 2 world championships in Mexico City and Dubai. And he is world champion a year ahead of the Tokyo Paralympic Games. Another scintillating competition. He and Al Junaidi, the only 2 in Group A to have clear marks right across the board for their lifts. All 3 lifts going the way of Soliporavanji. 235. Stupendous stuff. It's been a great event again. Soliporavanji, 235, the gold for Iran. Jan Pan from nowhere, the silver for China, 227. And Fabio Torres, the bronze for Colombia. But Al Junaidi, Milenkovic, Kai, all could have won medals. And they were just all edged out in the end. We have been spoiled once more. Another competition to remember in this men's 97 kg. Said Hamed Soli Puravanji taking the title for Iran.
The medals will be presented by head of World Para Powerlifting Championships.
Our great gallant medalists will receive their prizes from the head of World Para Powerlifting, Jorge Moreno, and Mariat Klabaldi, the member of the Asian Paralympic Committee, Games and Sports Development Committee. Fabio Torres of Colombia, an absolutely fabulous bronze medal for him. It's Colombia's first senior medal of these championships. The reigning America's champion from last year in the Copa America in Bogota. World Championship bronze medalist for the second time, having done it in Mexico City 2 years back.
The winner of the silver medal, representing the People's Republic of China, Yan Pan.
And what a tremendous silver for this young man. Yan Pan of China, bronze in the Asia Oceania Championships last year. His major championship debut in the last Worlds in Mexico City when he finished 6th. Well, now he is, a year away from the Paralympic Games in Tokyo, a World Championship silver medalist.
The winner of the gold medal and new world champion, representing Islamic Republic of Iran,
And how about this man, Said Hamed Soli Puravanji of Iran, breaks his own Asian record by a kilo to go to 235. Silvers in the last 2 World Championships, and that's a great record in itself. He's won gold in the last 2 Asian Games. Asia Oceania champion in 2018. And now, world champion for Iran. Said Hamed Soli Puravanji.
ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able for the national anthem. Islamic
What a victory for Iran. A magnificent victory for Iran, the second title here. And also Mutaz Al-Junaidi, Peter Milinkovic, Tai Hu Shao, Mohamed Khalaf, who all went for medals there and came so very close in the end. Bronze for Torres for Colombia, silver for Yan Pan of China, and gold to Iran, to Soli Puravanji. Utterly sensational championship. The penultimate men's title up to 107 kg, that's underway in about an hour's time. Join us then.